This is a production. Drill TV.
Our jam on a Friday night, hanging out and doodling feels right. Our jam with you, my friends. Grab you some art supplies and begin to make some art jam happen tonight. Let's see if I can find this thing. Oh, hola amigos, and welcome to Art Jam. I am Pedro Borges, Texan Spaniard, and we have with us, all the way from the land of the ice and snow, it's Zeus King Dark. How are you?
Cold.
Cold, yeah.
Cold. It's like it's cold as here.
What is it? What is it right now?
I don't know, below zero.
Oh wow, really? Below zero, shit.
10. Okay, yeah, it's 10.
That's
10
pretty.
degrees.
Well, still, that's pretty. I mean,
yeah.
I think you see, I've got a hoodie on. I feel like it's cold here, but it's like it says it's 42, so that's like nothing compared to what to 10. I mean,
yeah. So I'm 22 degrees below zero.
Yeah. Jesus. Yeah, and Celsius. In Celsius, it would be something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, but
how's everything been?
yeah, it's I had leaving work tonight. It was about 10 after 6. Sun had already gone down. I walk out the door, and there's a deer right there on the sidewalk.
On the sidewalk.
On the sidewalk.
Wow.
And turned around and ran off. Now, where the business park I work in is about 300 yards from the interstate, and our business park is right beside a big shopping center and a construction area where they just put in a new Dick's Sporting Goods, and they're building a Costco too.
Oh.
But there's a lot of deer in the area, so I've seen them in the fields in the morning. I bet it was like munching on some of the salt.
Could be, yeah.
But it is quite a big doe. Quite a big doe. Probably 3.5 feet, 4 feet at the shoulder.
That would make sense.
Yeah. But yeah, so I guess this week we are celebrating the loss of the life and art of Sal Buscema.
Oh yeah. I was him and his brother John Buscema. They did so for what would you say, like the 70s through the 80s. They were like such a rock solid duo for comics.
Oh yeah, for Marvel especially.
Yeah, and maybe not the most spectacular artists, and they're not the most celebrated artists, but you go through all the stuff they did, you're just like, man, they worked on like everything at some point.
Yeah, even in the 90s, because like when all of the young guys left and created Image, that really put a strain on Marvel just to get shit out there,
Right.
And I mean they were like they were like calling Steve Ditko and people who were kind of like retired and stuff. They
even got Steve Ditko to do work again.
I think they dragged him back out here and there when they could. And Sal kind of helped. He did some of that late Thor art that Walt was writing. Um, after Walt had kind of like finished up his art run on Thor, he was still writing it.
Right.
Um, but yeah, I mean, I feel like Sal's art kind of perfected what he wanted to do with it,
Right.
and I think it kind of stayed that consistent, for probably 25 years or more. Um, but yeah, I mean, because and then also like it depended on what he's working on. I feel like when he worked on Thor, he put a little bit more, a little bit of Simonson in it.
Mm.
You know, if you look at some of the stuff he did, um, but um, he'll definitely be missed. Um,
did you ever meet him at any of the conventions or?
no, I didn't. I don't remember him being at any of the Heroes Cons or anything I've ever been to. I've gotten to see some giants in the industry and things, um, uh, but he's not one of them. Um, trying to figure out what I'd like to do tonight. But yeah, Avengers, Thor. Um,
Defenders, he did like 30 straight issues, like 1 through 30, and then he did more after that, but more sporadically or whatever.
yeah, I'm gonna kind of pull up his.
I have to be honest, I never read Defenders growing up. I don't think
Mm-hmm.
I ever read a single Defenders issue growing up, but
When they first started making Defenders, that team was really overpowered
right.
because it was Hulk, Doctor Strange, Silver Surfer, uh,
Namor.
and yeah, Namor and Valkyrie.
Oh yeah, yeah, Valkyrie, yeah. They had the whole
And I think
yeah.
and like they picked up some other people later, but I mean, really, really overpowered for a long time. I think they might have even had a Son of Satan in there.
Could be. I was going through Defenders and some Avengers stuff. I only got to like I think maybe issue 20 or so on the Defenders. I was just binging looking at the art. I wasn't like really reading them, but
Yeah, so he did basically he essentially did, except for like one issue, he did the first 41 straight.
oh wow.
Then he did a few more here and there.
Now I will say just because I looked through it this week. There were some issues here and there. Like most of them were just him, but a few was like him and someone else, like doing the art.
Mm-hmm.
And that someone
Yeah.
else would change. Like sometimes it was Joe Senna, and sometimes it was some
Mm-hmm.
other people.
He did like we were saying, he did you know quite a bit of work on the Avengers. 4 issues here, six issues there. You know, um, Captain America. He worked
Oh yeah,
on.
yeah. I didn't look at those, but yeah, he did quite a bit of Captain America from what I saw.
He did some Conan. Like his brother did Conan.
Yeah, yeah.
Fantastic Four he did some work on. Incredible Hulk, of course. He did that huge run. The two he did 200 and overall the majority of it from about issue 194 to 309.
Oh wow! So he
He
did.
did he did more of the Hulk than anybody
I should have looked
in
at
that
some of
time period.
that.
Yeah, that because that issue 300, that was a really hard one to come by. It sold out fast, and I remember not even being able to find it at comic book stores.
What year did that come out? Do you remember?
Had to have been like 82, I think. Let's see. I'll look it up here. $1984.
Oh wow!
Yeah, July 1984. That and now I remember why. One of the reasons why it was so sought after, because it was one of the first comics with the black suit Spider-Man
Oh,
on
okay.
on the cover. Yeah,
Right.
because it was like a jumbo issue, and like it took everybody in there. Um, you know, Daredevil, Spider-Man, Nightmare, Human Torch, Power Man, and Iron Fist. Um, um, the Fantastic Four. So and then they sent him to the Crossroads, an interdimensional spot with that weird tree thing where uh, Doctor Strange, made it so he had an infinite amount of realms to explore, and if he experienced true, I think it was if he experienced true sadness or unhappiness, um, it would take him back to the crossroads.
So, oh, most of what I'm doing is off screen. I apologize. I don't know how to position my camera today.
And then that led to
Everything.
that led to Alpha Flight accidentally wrangling in the Hulk back to Earth by mistake,
Man.
and that's when they did the switch where they put John Byrne on the Hulk and took him off of Alpha Flight.
Man, I apologize. I cannot figure out how to position this camera tonight. Oh, it's a pain in the ass.
That's definitely the spirit of Sal Buscema. You're channeling there.
Man. I don't know where to put this camera, but yeah. Shoot. I apologize. Well, luckily for me,
He did quite a bit of Marvel team up too.
there are no viewers really at the moment, so they can't see me struggling with all this camera thing.
Yeah, Marvel team up. He did a lot of Marvel 2-in-1s. He did some of.
Yeah, I mean him and his brother just basically did everything at some point.
Yeah. Did some New Mutants.
Oh,
The
really?
stuff before, yeah, the stuff before, like after Bob McLeod and um, before Bill Sienkiewicz came on.
Oh, okay.
Savage Sword of Conan. That was the
Oh, wow.
magazine format.
Yeah.
It's on pulp, but it had the real nice like magazine covers. Spectacular Spider-Man. He did a lot of that.
I remember when Spider-Man had 3 titles. There was Amazing,
Yep.
Spectacular, and then Web of Spider-Man.
Yep. And honestly, though, that you're missing one.
Oh, Marvel Team Up.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was pretty much in every issue.
Yeah. So yeah, it was three. There was three for a long time. Then Webb came along, and Webb of Spider Man was directly because of the black suit.
Right, right.
Um,
Getting high on markers right
but he did. There was a lot of things he did do well. I mean, he did convey motion and energy and impact and you know
now. Oh, yeah.
I mean, of course, like you said, they him and his brother, they came up and they were they were there when you know Kirby was kind of at his prime just before he left. And
Yeah, I noticed a lot of Kirby influence on especially with the run he had on Avengers.
yeah, well, I mean, when they say back then in the '60s, especially, um, they told him look at what Kirby's doing, whatever he's doing, that's what you need to do,
Right.
you know, and there's a lot of uncredited work he had. Like there were younger guys that were just starting up, and he would be telling them how he would do stuff. And um it's a lot to grasp how Kirby worked because he was so good and prolific at it. And he's the kind of person that you could tell him a story in a paragraph or two, and he could put out 17 24 pages without stopping. you
Yeah.
know um and there was, according to Mark Evanier, there was um several times where Kirby, like did the layouts for whole books for guys who didn't, you know that needed the help. So
Kirby is the undisputed best ever, I think. Um,
yeah, yeah. I mean,
I mean,
as far
as
as
far as superhero comics go, I mean, I can't think of
yeah,
anyone better.
no, I mean, what he was able to create is just it's just unfathomable. I mean, the amount of like the whole worlds that he had in his head that
Yeah.
he was able to put down on paper. I mean, he walked into DC and had had the fourth world ready to go.
I mean, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, I mean, and he that's the crazy thing too is that he produced like 11,000 pages of art for Marvel, and he's still doing creating characters at home and like painting them on like 11 by 17 or like 20 by 24 boards and canvases and stuff like that. Um, doing like ink wash colors and stuff for them, and he just had so much.
So there's one, I guess.
So see it?
Just trying to fit it on the camera.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm having such a hard time with this camera today. I just don't have.
Yeah, that's very on brand for Sal.
So there's the one. Trying
You could have inked Sal in the 70s and 80s, Pedro.
could I? I don't know. I'd have to be less sloppy than I was there.
Well, trying to think of what I want to draw. I got a coworker excited about reading the Teen Titans run from
Oh,
like 2002.
oh, I thought it was gonna be the George Perez one.
No, well, see he came to me before he was leaving today, and he showed me he bought some Marvel Zombies trade paperback,
Okay.
and it is fucking $16 now for a fucking trade.
I'm shocked. It's
Oh,
that's cheaper than I thought it would be.
it's 18.99 Canadian. But what the hell I did with the ones I had? They're floating around here somewhere. But yeah, we were talking about that, and and I said, but back in the day, when they started doing trade paperbacks of Teen Titans, we used to guarantee that at the comic book store.
Right.
I would tell people, that people that were like, oh, I want to get back into comics and I don't know what to try, and I could get people into Teen Titans. They never nobody ever brought it back.
So you said it was 2002.
I think it was 2002.
Okay. I don't think
Um,
I haven't read that stuff. So
yeah, it's Jeff Johns wrote it, and Michael Turner was doing some of the covers, and Mike McCone was doing the interiors.
Michael Turner of which was it Witchblade? No, not Witchblade. Something with a lady.
Yeah, he did. He did all those, and they were real popular he did a lot of that stuff that was like
What was
it
that
was
crap?
like um it was like Witchblade and that kind of stuff. Um,
I want to say it had like a bunch of water involved in the character,
yeah,
but I can't
yeah,
remember
those
what it was
Aspen
called.
comics and stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay, so he did some of the covers.
Yeah, yeah. He did a really popular cover for the Teen Titans #1. It there was like they did some variants and stuff, and it ended up being the cover of the trade paperback, and yeah. So it's Teen Titans Volume 3 #1, 1, 2, and uh 1, 2, or 1 through 4, and it was September 2003.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So, because I remember when I got back into comics when I met Jay was like 2004, and I think it was up to like issue 13 when I finally picked one up and read it, and I was like, oh man, oh, we got Hero Chest in the house.
Hey, here, Jess. How you doing? I don't know what you can see or not see with this camera thing. Oh, my
Oh, and
camera.
Zombies in the house too.
Zombie and here, Chess. How are you
Hey,
guys
hey
doing?
everybody.
Hey, here, Chess. Built to let's see. Let me see what I missed out on here. Hey, I remember the actual band that your music reminds me of. Built to Spill. Oh, I haven't heard Built to Spill in a long time here, Chess. You get into some 90s stuff. I'm having an issue with camera placement tonight. I'm just gonna let you guys know if you don't see stuff. I don't know what to tell you. You're just gonna have to wait. It's just hard for me to find placement tonight. But here, just I wanted to tell you. On Wednesday, I did Femme Fatale by the Velvet Underground. So just letting you know. If you go to the VOD, you can catch me doing Femme Fatale on Wednesday's stream. How are y'all doing? How are you here, Chess? How are you, Zombie? How are you, Ange? How are all y'all? Oh yeah, I haven't. I remember Built to Spill. I just haven't heard them in a very long time. Um, there was a band in the 90s here at Chess called the Spinanes. They're from Portland, and it was Rebecca Gates, I think, was the singer. She was her. She played guitar and sang, and then I think the drummer was named like Scott Foof or something like PFOUF or something. I don't know how you pronounce that, but anyways, um, I actually had conversations with Rebecca Gates for a while in the 90s. And we had a little bit of correspondence going on back in the 90s. And I remember when she said that her drummer, Scott, who she had done the first two albums or so with, he left to join Built to Spill. So he was in Built to Spill for a while. So that's how. That's one of the reasons I remember all that. But old people stories, you know, old people stories. Uh,
Yeah.
okay, Zeus, you were saying about so
Oh yeah, Teen Titans. So the original Teen Titans were like the Justice League's sidekicks.
yeah, yeah,
You know, and then of course in 1980 that's when Marv Wolfman and George Perez you know
had
started
that
doing the new Teen Titans.
yeah, that great run, yeah.
Yeah. Um, and that was what really got me reading uh, a title seriously in for DC because they were kind of coming out of that corny period,
Right.
and it was right before Crisis on Infinite Earths was about to happen too. So, um, but the um, but yeah, it's just it was a great run. I got, like I said, I got my coworker. I got him excited, and the trade, you can find the trade online for just $10, which is that was the cover price of it back then. So I'm sure they overproduced the shit out of it. Thankfully. Well, I mean, you don't want trade paperbacks to go up in value because they're made to be read. They're not made to be like maybe a trade hardback, a special edition, a limited print run. Sure, maybe that, but like trade paperbacks are meant to be read.
I remember them getting pretty pricey for a while, though.
Yeah, well, like I said, well now with them being $16, $17, it's
Oh,
too damn much for 4 issues worth.
not not comic book related too, but did you hear anything this week about the Stardom ticket controversy?
No.
So Stardom tried to pull a thing on their fans where they were going to do like a lottery system for tickets. And
What?
now they already sort of, Japan already has a thing kind of like this, but the lottery is usually you pick the section you want to sit in,
Uh-huh.
and then you have no control over what seat you're gonna get. Like you can't pick the seat. You can just pick the section, but you can't pick the specific seat. What they try to do was you would pay this one price, which is higher than it used to be, right? And you would not get to pick your section. You would not know where your thing would be. It would be like a gotcha, like those capsule toys, almost.
Uh-huh.
You would get like your seat would be wherever. It would just be wherever. It would be random or something. And they try to justify it by saying this was so new fans could get good seats, because they said too many of the diehard fans get the same stuff.
That's fucked up.
Well, they got such a massive backlash
Yeah.
from on like Japanese social media. Massive backlash. So they very quickly dropped it and they went back to how they were doing it. But one of the reasons they were trying to do it was to raise prices without sort of, I don't know.
They're trying to raise prices by disguising it as something else, huh?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, everyone's raising prices, but
Sadly.
but yeah, that was a big thing this week. It wasn't a big thing in the Western Joshi stuff, right? But if you follow the Japanese Joshi fandom stuff, oh man, they were so pissed off. I mean, this is one of the few times you see them. I say one of the few times you remember last year there was a big controversy with that one Kurikan Hall show where they made a stipulation about Tam Nakano and Saya Kamatani. If one of them lost, they would have to leave Stardom. And Tam lost, and they immediately retconned it so they could set up the big show in April, where it ended up being her retirement. And fans got pissed off because they sold out Kurikan and all this stuff based off one of these people was never gonna be in Stardom again. Which was, I mean, I guess you can say that was the fans' own fault for believing that, but I mean, it's what they advertised, right? And you may recall they had to do a whole thing where Tam had to do some press conference saying that she's no longer in Stardom, but she's like gonna appear as a freelance. So she was freelance the last like 2 months or so in Stardom. You know, quote unquote freelance, although she was only wrestling in one place.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Here it just said the experience is so different where you sit, and I should get to choose what experience I want to have. Right. Seeing a classic rock group sit in the wings with the other stoners. See a wild, crazy post-punk show, stand in the front where people are jumping and getting spit on. Oh, dang. Oh, here it just, mosh pits were quite exciting back in the day. But I'm sure they're still exciting, but it's probably not the same. You ever been in a mosh pit, Zeus?
No, if I wanted to get in a fight with 30 fucking people, I'd go do that. Cause I can I've seen mosh pits at a few places here and there.
Okay.
I'm like,
I gotta
yeah,
go.
you go.
Hold on. Zeus, I'll leave it to you.
Right? Yeah, no, I never had any interest in getting into a giant beatdown with a bunch of other. Here, Chess, I hurt my friend and swore it off. Yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you one bit. You know, Pedro giving us the update on the world of Japanese women's pro wrestling there. Really exciting this week too. They've been talking about the release of this summer of the new Ghost in the Shell anime, and it's supposed to be. It's not supposed to be, but all the indications from the teaser trailer and everything is they're going back to the original writer artist's style, and that's how they're gonna do the entire thing is in his original style, which I always wanted that from the beginning. I don't know if anybody's a big Ghost in the Shell fan. If you like the Matrix movie, if you love the Matrix, it would not exist without all of the things that the Wachowskis stole from Ghost in the Shell. And it's, a lot of people said that they wanted to do Ghost in the Shell live action and ended up creating the Matrix instead. But yeah, they stole so much from Ghost in the Shell. It's not even funny. So that should be quite interesting. I still haven't chosen what I want to draw this week. I was watching a new. Well, it's not a new one. It's new to me. Is the Kung Fu Ninja movie? What was it called? It's like Ninja in the Dragon's Den. Yes, Ninja in the Dragon's Den is free on YouTube right now. I watched about half of it. It's pretty good.
Hold on. Hold on, un momento.
Yeah. I was talking about the new they had an exhibition in that like the Japanese Cultural Museum, a whole lot of stuff on past Ghost in the Shell projects and things, cells, and um, a lot of production stuff. Because they got the upcoming new Ghost in the Shell anime coming
Uh,
out this summer.
Here, Chess, you hurt a friend in a mosh pit? Oh my
That's what he
god.
said.
Oh my god. The only anime you know is One Punch Man and Miyazaki movies. Oh man, One Punch Man. I don't know what to say about One Punch Man. I was into the manga. The first season of the anime was pretty good. Did not care for the other seasons. Uh,
I think I've watched about 6 episodes,
mm.
like the first 6.
The first season.
Mm-hmm.
If you read the manga, it was pretty good, but at some point it kind of gets ridiculous. But
Yeah.
there's not many. I feel like I'm gonna get in trouble for what I'm about to say. If you have a manga / anime in franchise, and it deals with like fighting and lots of battles and people powering up and stuff, it's going to end up going this way.
Yeah.
It's going to end up just becoming bad. There was one Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer, super popular, right, Zeus? Very popular. Right. And like the first half of the manga, beautiful work. Like especially the art, beautiful art. They told really cool stories. You know, they were building up this story. They had a lot of lore and mythos they were building up. Blah 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 blah. A lot of high stakes and stuff. But then at some point, it just becomes endless fighting and power-ups. Just endless fighting and power-ups. And the art quality just goes... By the end, the art quality is just scribbly. It just wasn't what it was at the start. The art was so nice the first half, and then it just goes down. But I know it's super popular. I know people love it, but I just don't think much of it.
I mean, for me, the 21st century of anime is pretty much ass.
There are ones I like a lot, but you probably won't like them.
There's nothing. They don't have anything that compares with the 80s and 90s. Everything everything became so corporate.
Mm.
Became corporate. Shit going on forever.
Yeah, this is true. I didn't like where.
I mean, the stuff. When you look at like Ghost in the Shell is gone. It was 1995. Landmark movie. OAV, whatever you want to say.
Right.
And then I liked quite a lot. I liked the second gig. The two that were, right around 2003, I think.
Oh, okay.
The Laughing Man and the Individual 11. And those are actually free on YouTube right now too.
Oh, cool.
And they had the great music, and I had all the episodes. It was back when you could only buy buy them like 2 discs at a time. You're paying out the yin yang for them. But everything pretty much after that has been disappointing. There's some Ghost in the Shell stuff that's on Netflix, like Arise and that other one. Neither one of them are any good. Um, just so forgettable. Everything Appleseed that they did, um, after the first one, even the first one wasn't very good. But at least it was more true to his art style.
Right.
Um, but for Masamune Shiro, like probably the best representation of his art was Black Magic M66 and Dominion Tank Police,
Okay.
which is a crazy wacky
Yeah.
fun. Um, I
Is
love
that
that.
the one? Are they cat girls or?
Yeah, the Puma twins,
Yeah,
Annie
yeah.
and Uni, and yeah, I hear you here, Chess. Everything began with corporate. Yeah, how people compare the 2000s to the 2030s, but you know, um, but the 80s. You could just have something that was one, two, three, seven episodes. Then it stands the test of time. On that landmark stuff like Bubblegum Crisis. It was eight original episodes. Then they did the three for Bubblegum Crash, and then the 80 Police. And like all, honestly, just Bubblegum Crisis and Bubblegum Crash stand the test of time on their own. You know, great art. You know, great characters, great story, and that's it. I put that up against 700 episodes of Dragon Ball Z any day of the week.
Um, there are things I like a lot. But Zeus would not enjoy them. Uh, but there's stuff Lucha and I are huge fans of, like Hina Matsuri, Dungeon Meshi, which you hated, and stuff like that.
Jesus Christ. I don't understand the food manga anime obsession. I don't get it.
Well, I mean, now you know this already, Zeus. Or you should know it already. The thing with the Japanese comics, they have comic books for like anything, like
Oh,
any
I
kind
know.
of any
And I
kind
mean,
of
I've seen,
occupation or like walk of life or whatever. So that's why
yeah,
you
but
have
I mean,
things
but I've
like
seen a lot of the food ones.
yeah.
I mean, I
Well, that's
remember
what
in the
I'm getting
'90s,
at.
a friend of mine, Toshi, that owned a coffee shop. He had a lot of his manga.
Yeah.
Um, they're available for people to read while they sit and have their coffee and and pastries and whatever he had. And he loved those too.
There
He
was
loved those.
there was a manga I read. I don't know how many years ago this was, but it was about like knitting, and it was also like I think the characters were one character was like a widowed single dad, and the other one was like a cross dressing friend that they knew from high school, but now they're like cross dressing,
Hmm.
and it was just it was just this quiet little story. Apparently never got finished. It got canceled, but I don't know how long ago that one was. That one was a long time ago now. But I mean, I guess my point is they have like for anything, like for anything you can think of. So that's why you end up at some point. so where I was going with that, Zeus, is at some point you get people mashing up things, right? So you get a cooking manga, which already a popular genre,
Yeah.
and now you get it about cooking monsters in a dungeon, like crossing it with fantasy stuff. Oh, okay.
But
I'll be back. Hold on, hold
of
on.
course, there's a lot of horror. A lot of Japanese horror stuff, and that was kind of like one of those things that could draw you into manga and anime is the love of gore and horror, because they're that those kind of fans you know when you share some of those same elements, and that feeling of fear and helplessness and something evil coming after you. It's pretty easy to relate to for a lot of people, because I find that horror fans, I think that a lot of the ones I've seen on Twitter and stuff, a lot of them they like the classics the most, but they'll still watch just about anything. I mean, they'll at least try it out. They may be critical of it, which is fine. But I mean, I'm a big comic book guy, and I haven't gone to see a comic book movie in the theater since Endgame. I can't remember what year that was. 2015, 2019. Okay, yeah. So it's been almost 7 years since I've seen a comic book movie in the theater. But it's always good to have all y'all in the chat too. Here at Chess, Ange, and possibly even Zombie lurking about. Friday night in frigid Buffalo here, and I'm still searching for something to draw. Tank Police is really funny. It's mostly about a young girl who gets to become a uh, to be on the elite Neo Tokyo Tank Police division, and they have these big, crazy looking tanks, and uh, the the head of the division, he has this super special one. Well, it gets blown up, and out of the wreckage of that, she builds a little mini tank for herself and one of the other guys, and she calls it Bonaparte, which is, of course, funny because Napoleon Bonaparte was a diminutive warrior conqueror, and they have a hospital for only perfectly healthy people. Which, if that doesn't make sense to you, it's okay. It didn't make sense in the comic book either, or the anime. But it's because everything was so polluted that humans had become accustomed to most of the pollution, but we weren't perfectly healthy anymore because we were exposed to so much of it. So if you were perfectly healthy, you didn't have you were like how humans should be, but you weren't able to survive outside. So they had a whole hospital for just perfect type of people that they studied and kind of nursed along and whatnot.
What did I miss out on?
I was just giving a little recap of Tank Police.
Oh, okay.
Talking about the hospital for perfectly healthy people.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I apologize. Stuff was going on with my dad, so, but it's taken
Yeah,
care
those
of.
were brought to America by Dark Horse.
Yeah, they Dark Horse brought Appleseed.
Yep,
I think they brought
Ghost in the Shell.
Ghost in the Shell. What's that other one you mentioned? The Tank Police thing.
Yeah. They also had the 3x3 eyes.
Oh yeah, 3x3 eyes. I haven't read that in forever. I never read the full story.
It's only like 8 issues that they produced in America,
Right.
or that they I did get to meet the people who did the translations and they white out they said that they had to use whiteout for over nipples and things.
You ever see the early like Viz release of like Dragon Ball? They censored all the like Goku's nudity and stuff.
No, I don't remember that. No,
Yeah.
because because I had my friend George. He gave me a set of the original manga
Oh,
from
nice.
Japan, which I passed on to Jason.
I like having the raw manga. I know I can't read it, but I do have some from through the years. I've got
But that's the thing. There's a lot of it you can just get by on the visuals.
right. I have several volumes of Mazinger Z, like collections or whatever, that are in like raw Japanese. I had a friend in college. He was an exchange student. I say exchange student. He wasn't an exchange student. He was just from Japan. And he went back home for one Christmas, and he came back and he gave me like some Macross manga. So you know I was into Macross.
Nice.
We used to have a store.
Yeah,
Oh, I was just gonna say we used to have
Yeah.
a store in Houston called Planet Anime. I used to get a lot of Godzilla toys and stuff there, but you could pick up some raw manga there as well.
yeah. We had a place that it was like a tabletop gaming place, first and foremost, and then they started getting into Magic, the Gathering,
Mm.
um, but that was where I special ordered um, some of the soundtracks from like Akira and Bubblegum Crisis on CD.
Nice.
Yeah, they weren't cheap either. I think
They were not.
in the 90s, I think it cost about $25 a piece.
I have like two Macross CDs from Japan. They cost me quite a bit back in the day. Uh,
Hmm.
I have some of the Escaflowne soundtracks from Japan. Those cost me quite a bit back in the day. Now it's just gonna be
Right
coming.
now. Oh, Vision.
Yeah. It's some panel I saw. Just had all this like Kirby Crackle stuff and things like that. And I was just like, oh, I'm gonna mess around with that.
Oh, apparently it's Hirochiz's birthday. Happy birthday,
What?
Hirochiz.
I did not know that, Hirachess. What?
Yeah, he typed that into the chat.
What? Hirachess.
Yeah,
Hirachess, hold on.
he says he's trying to draw while we are. So
Here,
thank you. We're definitely honored you sharing part of your birthday with us.
hold on, Hirachess. I can't let your birthday go without singing you happy birthday, Hirachess.
Dun dun dun. It's your birthday. Dun dun.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Hirachess. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Hirachess. Hero chess, because he's a hero.
Oh yeah.
He's our hero. Happy birthday, the big 29. Oh my God.
Jesus. I got shorts older than this guy.
Hey, you're getting close to 30, so yeah, it's coming next year. It's coming for you next year. I'll show y'all what I'm doing. You got shorts longer than this guy.
Shorts older. Yeah, I got shorts older.
Oh man. No, here Chess said I got shorts longer than this guy.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, happy birthday, here Chess. Here
Thanks.
Chess. If there's something you want me to draw for your birthday, let me know. I'll break the tribute to Sal Buscema to draw you something.
That's a nice Kirby crackle there.
I'm not a professional like you at Kirby Crackle.
You know, I did make a cereal based on
Yeah.
it, so. I mean, when you because that's like a whole, that effect is like, got a whole genre to it. Like you can tell, like, I could probably do a pretty good job of looking at the main guys, just their Kirby crackling could tell you who drew it.
A lot of them. I mean, a lot of different artists have used it through the years. That's for certain.
Yeah.
There was there was a doodle I did a few years ago of Stan Hansen and Jumbo Ceruda. I don't know if you remember this, Zeus. And for some reason, I put Kirby Crackle around them. I don't even know why, but
Because why not? That's why.
why not? It's just one of those things. It just looks nice. Dun, dun, dun. Right. So here we are with me wasting time doing Kirby Crackle around the vision. Earlier, we did this. Why different colored Sharpies? Because I
Why not?
my thick black one is like it's dried out. So we're I didn't remember that. I knew that John Buscema had died like some years ago. I didn't realize it was so long ago.
I didn't either. I really didn't. I thought it was, within the last like 10 or 12 years.
Yeah, but it was like a long time ago. It's like
It's like 2003, I think.
yeah, something like that. Yeah. Sometimes I'll look at stuff on Etsy, just curious of where some of those market things are doing over there.
Yeah.
And I'll see people they'll be like doing reproductions of famous covers, comic book covers, and things like that, and just charging just crazy amounts of money. And just like, man, some of them aren't even like painting them; they're just like some kind of print.
Yeah.
I'm just like, man.
Yeah, we used to make nice color copies of our stuff after we colored it. We'd sell those.
Yeah, I think I would have enjoyed doing some of that kind of stuff at a convention. That's something I wanted to do at least once.
Doing free sketches is a lot of fun.
The free part I would have trouble with, but
yeah, well, you live and learn.
okay, I'm gonna stop with the Kirby Crackle after this block here.
It's such a great thing, where you can use it to fill negative space and stuff like that. This is not an pencil.
Oh, did you ever
6H my ass.
Did you ever come up with what you were drawing, Zeus?
I'm just kind of doing a face now.
I just seen the face. Dun, 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 dun. Whoa, 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 whoa. Falling, I get something. I'm falling. Oh, okay. Good night, Ange. Sorry about the pain and everything you're going through. Good luck with that. I know you have that surgery coming up in a few weeks, right? In a couple of weeks or so. Please take care of yourself. Have a great weekend.
Yes.
So there's the Vision. There's the Hulk. What will I do next? I don't know why an Ozzy Osbourne riff, but I think it's Believer, right?
They said that The Rock's daughter has decided not to remain in WWE.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Well, I mean, she didn't make it wrestling, and then she was just doing a GM role. I wonder what she'll do now. Like, well, I guess that's up to her. Whatever.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, good luck with that. I mean,
What to say, bud? Apologies about camera placement. I'm just having a hard time figuring out where to place this damn camera, where people can see what I'm doing. I don't know why I'm having a hard time with this. I'm trying to think how I usually have this. It has to do with this stand that's on. But
I found a new to me kung fu movie this week, and channel for that matter.
Oh.
It's a movie from 1982 called Ninja in the Dragon's Den.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's like a kung fu flick, but it's got a Japanese actor playing a ninja in it, and he's like the bad guy, and it's really the people doing the English dub voices were there's at least 3 of the voices from the Dragon Ball.
Oh, really?
Yeah, from the Curse of the Blood Rubies.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What was it about?
It's about a ninja who gets sent to China, and he actually brings his wife with him.
Oh, man.
And he's like some imperial ninja, and he's been sent to kill, I think, his old master, who's been hiding out in China. and there's a young kung fu master who's kind of a hot shot, but he's the hero, and he's got kind of a weird sidekick friend who um, uh, he's always looking at like horny books like Kama Sutra and shit like that.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and it's and like his dad runs a bank, and like he thinks he can just kind of like run over his dad and tell him what he's gonna do, and he's like, I never wanted. I wish you weren't born. I didn't want your mother to have you.
Damn.
Like, wow, that's that's some fucked up shit right there. But it's really weird, like hearing the guy who was like the voice of King Guramaze for something else, and the guy who's like the voice of like Whiskers the Wonder Cat and shit like that.
Huh.
That's what they called him in that. Oh, and Bean's Brothers got another review out.
Oh, I never saw the one for that. What was that? That trailer? The
The Detective Sheep or whatever. Sheep
no.
Detective.
Um. What was that trailer? Oh, He-Man. I never saw the one for the He-Man.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he does the new Mario World.
Oh, they're making another one.
Yeah, yeah, it's got Yoshi in it, and it starts off they like come through the desert uh to where the little all those little dudes with sombreros are, and and they've got the fire flower power
Oh,
where it
okay.
turns their coveralls white and they can throw flames.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, because some people said that was one of the few gripes from the first movie was that they kind of changed the lore of the powers and stuff. So
You know what I'm gonna say, don't you?
no,
I I never seen it. I have no idea what to do.
I watched it once, but
Was it any good, or was it just a movie? Or
I mean, it's a kids movie. It's
well, you say that, but there have been a ton of excellent kid and children's movies through the years.
little kid movie. I mean,
Okay, okay,
it's not like on the level with like Toy Story or anything.
oh okay. I can't believe they're still making Toy Story film. I mean, I can, but it feels like they pretty definitively ended that whole oh
I mean, I thought it was done after two or after the
the
third one.
third one. Yeah, I mean, and the Andy was the name of the kid, right?
Right.
he gave them away, and no, I'm sorry, spoilers for anyone who hasn't seen it, but
It came out.
do I?
A movie that came out 20 years ago.
Yeah, it did come out pretty long ago. Yeah, but yeah, he gave those toys away, and they were on to new adventures. I mean, the whole point of that one was like growing up and this and this.
You got to grow up and get rid of your toys. Which is, that's what Jay's mom did to him. He had a whole ass ton of GI Joes that, if he'd still had today, he'd probably be able to live off the money. He had like 6 his tanks.
Oh man.
Yeah, like he just came home from school one day and like his mom had packed it all up, taken it somewhere, and given it away.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, she's like, you need to, focus on your BMX and
BMX, like the bike?
yeah. Jay was a very promising young BMX rider talent.
Oh wow. I know he played guitar and stuff, but I didn't know he did BMX. Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Then he blew out his knee.
Oh, well, that's not cool. That's not great.
Nope. Yeah, so,
Cross a Mexican. Hey.
Beanie weenie.
Look, I am using some slightly different colored Sharpies. Sheep Detective. You know which one I enjoyed? Transformers 1. I was surprised at how good it was. That
Good
came
at
out,
what?
That came out like in the last 2 years or so.
It's fucking terrible. What are you talking about? The
Uh,
animation? Ugh.
Cross the Mexican. Here are some ones I did earlier. I'm having issues with figuring out the camera orientation, so apologies.
No, I'm cultured. I just don't like the fucking people defecating all over the fucking bases of the characters.
Should have done a proper Wonder Man.
How dumb they made everything.
Okay, I have not seen the Wonder Man trailer yet, so I can't say anything about that thing. I know people are complaining about it, but I don't know, I don't know why yet.
You will. I mean, other than the obvious, parts.
I guess because I just assume everything that comes out is just trash. I just
Well, that's the safe bet,
I'm like, well, what do people expect? It's new, of course.
It's new. It's trash. Yeah, it was. Yeah, the Transformers 1 was terrible. I heard good things about it, and I watched it, and I really regret it. Yeah. The decent animation didn't make up for the stupid looking character designs they devolved Optimus Prime and Megatron into.
Another movie.
I mean, it was on the verge of being, cartoony Toy Story. I mean, they did such a good job with animating the beginning of Bumblebee
Right.
to where it looked like Cybertron did um in the original Marvel cartoons.
Oh, okay.
There's an opening scene, um and yeah, that was it. That was the best, 5 minutes of the entire fucking movie.
I'm glad I've only seen the first of the Michael Bay Transformer stuff. So
Yeah.
I really disliked that one uh, for all sorts of
It
reasons.
still had the Michael Bay never ending ending on it,
Right. But I hated the way it looked. Uh,
Yeah, I didn't like all the little shards and crap.
it's just everything would just look like swirling garbage. It just looked like
Yeah,
swirling
yeah,
garbage.
because it was swirling garbage, baby.
I a movie that I did not like. Stephanie and I really disliked it. We saw it in the theaters, and people get upset with me about this, but is Pacific Rim. The tons of story issues with Pacific Rim. First off, the outside of Idris Elba and uh, maybe one other
Charlie Hunnam.
person, there really was no good acting in the film. So poor acting, story full of holes and bullshit, and just caca de la vaca, just bullshit. And then the visuals were terrible. Like people were praising it, and I was just like, it just looks like swirling CGI diarrhea just flying around my screen, around the screen. Like, I just, I don't know. I did not enjoy Pacific Rim, but people insist it's a classic, so I don't know.
It doesn't have a lot of rewatch value. You
Mm.
watch it more than once, it's like really like, and if that didn't hurt your understanding of the universe, then certainly don't watch that fucking sequel.
Well, yeah, I'm never gonna watch the sequel. I don't have to worry about that. Oh man, I'm not
Because
gonna lie.
that's terrible.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. This using the different colored Sharpies. Oh my god, the smell just goes through the roof. Why the colored ones smell stronger than the black Sharpies?
Well, probably different ink and different alcohol ratios, and
No, I'm not high on it. I'm just like, ugh, stinks, stinks. Across the Mexican, stinks.
that's why we get those barrel markers, those Prismacolors.
Mm. Hmm.
Yeah.
Should I try to do one more? Maybe. How's your thing going along, Zeus?
It's all right.
It's all right.
It's just a face.
Not just seeing the face. You're gonna keep triggering that song.
Eyes without a face.
Yeah, I can't sing the French part, but eyes without a face.
Did you ask James if he's ready for tomorrow? Or
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I'm not surprised you didn't see it because the way Twitter chat is caca right now, but
yeah,
it's easy to miss anything. But
yeah.
yeah. uh, so in theory, we should be doing the show tomorrow. Yeah. The Mark Almania. I have actually watched quite a bit of wrestling this week. I'm not even gonna lie, but
Yeah.
it's all like women's wrestling from Japan, so won't get to talk about it on the show. Um, there's really only one women's wrestling story we'll probably even talk about, and that's Bozella. But you know what I learned about that story, Zeus?
What's that?
So it's seeming like she had injured herself the show before the show. She had injured herself in some match,
Uh huh.
and she just taped it up and went to wrestle the next night, right?
Right.
And then tore her ACL completely. So she should have stopped.
I mean, the thing is people, everybody's different, but there are people who I don't know. It's impossible to say how it is for each individual person.
Right.
Um, but I don't ever remember, this many like ACL tears and rotator cuff and it's just a lot of stuff that you know people get hurt doing because for I don't even know what reason. I mean, a lot of it's just there's a lot of stupid shit that people do in wrestling, and everybody's got to get their shit in. So
Yeah.
it's just just feels like that's leading um, to injuries.
I guess it bothered me that when I learned that she'd probably injured it the night before and just like, well, I'll just keep. I mean, just like someone should have been like, hey, maybe not, you know. But I know wrestlers are that way. They'll just, you know,
Yeah, they just
they don't want to lose
if it's not
position
completely if it's still attached, use it.
and you know they romanticize that sort of thing, like I finished the match and all this kind of stuff, and you're like, well, maybe you shouldn't have.
Yeah,
Like if you think
yeah.
about in sports, um, usually you get injured, you just you're done for that you're done.
Well, plus, I mean, she's built like a Tyrannosaurus.
Right.
She doesn't need to be doing a whole lot of overly complex choreography bullshit.
She shouldn't be doing dives, in my opinion. She should not be doing dives.
Absolutely not.
This is not going
Absolutely
well.
not.
This is not going well at all. This is not turning out well. I apologize to Sal Buscema. I'm butchering his deal, but not on purpose. It's just how it goes. But
Who is that?
see that's how bad it's going. That's how bad it's
I mean, it looks kind of like Fishman, but
going. No, it's not Fishman. It's supposed to be Kang.
I was just about to say Kang.
But it looks terrible. I mean, I'm doing a terrible job at this, so it's understandable not to know who this is.
Yeah, and that I was actually kind of looking forward to the Kang stuff that was going to be done in the MCU, but then all those apparently false accusations came out against that guy.
Oh man, I don't remember all that stuff.
Yeah, the guy that was going to play Kang was there was all this stuff came out against him, and by the time they like scrapped everything so quickly and completely. By it took over a year to, if I'm not mistaken, to clear his name.
Didn't they introduce some of the Kang stuff in Civil War, or am I thinking of something else?
You think you're thinking of something else?
Okay.
They introduced some of the Skrull stuff in the Captain Marvel movie.
I'm not gonna finish this. This looks terrible. This looks terrible. Captain Marvel. Let's see. There are people who don't know the difference between Orion Pax and Optimus Prime. Penta dislocated his shoulder, popped it back, and wanted to continue, but W told him no. Introduced Khan in the Loki series, then tried to expand it in the Ant-Man movie and in Loki season 2, but then the actor got into domestic and it went into shit. Oh, okay.
Then they forgot that hardly anybody watches those Marvel shows. Is this even focus?
Oh, let me see.
This is really soft, but I'll send it to you.
Okay. Or the Serpent Society, but they always go with the multiverse. They do too much multiverse stuff. And they really have, like, sort of done it to death at this point, I feel. The multiverse stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Everything is multiverse. And it's mostly the main reason for the multiverse stuff so they can get that nostalgia pop stuff. Or the member berries, as you call it.
No. Actually, the reason they do that is they want to introduce certain characters, and they're too lazy to do it properly. That's what it is.
You don't think some of it is so they can have Michael Keaton Batman, and I know that's DC, but they can have Topher Grace or whatever. You can have all the different Peter Parkers and et cetera show up.
Yeah,
in movies.
yeah. I mean, it's just
Hugh Jackman,
yeah,
blah blah blah.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not. But it doesn't even have to be like, all the multiverse crap they were doing with Doctor Strange. It's like, it's just a multiverse.
Yeah, that was complicated as fuck, convoluted and stupid.
I kind of like the first Doctor Strange movie. I didn't watch the second one.
Let's see. Did you send it yet, or?
I thought it did.
Okay, I'll go check. I'll go check. Yes. It is here. It is here. I'm trying to download it. Getting the spinning circle. There it goes. Download. Let's see what Zeus been working on. Let me find this. I've just seen the face. I can't forget. Dun, 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 dun. Just here you go. Oh, ooh, it's a lady. It's a lady. That's looking pretty good, Zeus.
Looks all right.
She's angry, but
Something. Yeah.
look at those eyes. I like the nose.
Thank you.
That's a pretty good start. You should keep going. Fudge that pudding in the place of the ancient one. You telling they don't know the difference between stereotype and archetype. I mean, the first Doctor Strange movie also, Mordo, I despise swaps of any kind.
Yeah, that was not good either. Didn't need that. And
Like, let's not get me in trouble. Let's not
the opinions
get
of
me,
it.
yeah, the
The
opinions.
opinions of Beanie Weenie are his and his.
Let's not get me in trouble. Let's see. Try to think what I want to do. Falling, oh yes, I'm falling. They keep calling me back again. Zeus has put that Beatles song in my head. And I just see the face.
It totally was not my intention.
Okay. So recently, I have bought way too many vinyl records. Just want to say, bought way too many vinyl records.
Yeah.
Even a creator. It's a German thrash metal band that I've loved since I was a teenager. They had a new album, and they had this super cool, like, red and white vinyl version. I was like, and I bought it.
And I bought it.
And I bought it. It looks amazing. I'll show you all in a little bit. I haven't listened to it yet. I haven't had a chance to listen to it yet.
Well, you gotta take those old records off the shelf, Peter.
Take them old records on the shelf. I never thought about trying to do that song. Dun dun dun, got the same soul. I don't know the lyrics, but not that old time of rock and roll.
This new music doesn't have the same old soul as that old time rock and roll. Today's music doesn't have that same old soul.
Not the days of old. But Billy Joe would argue it's still rock and roll to me.
Who?
Billy Joel. I was just working in another rock and roll song. Dun, dun,
Oh.
dun, 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 dun. It's still rock and roll to me. Dun,
Doody dap, flappy dap, dooby dap, smack a jab. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Um,
Flapjacks.
he said flapjacks. Flapjacks. He said flapjacks. Oh man.
It's been a long week, people.
Oh yeah, I said I watched a lot of wrestling this week. It's something I've been doing this year. I've been I just been finding time to watch wrestling. I'm just like, well, I got these. I'm on these streaming things. I'm gonna watch them.
Yeah, if you're paying for stuff, you may as well use it.
I just have to, it's one of those things where you have to make time for it. And
Yeah. You have a severe lack of time.
this is true. I'm trying to think of everything I saw this week. I saw the Joshi match from Monday Magic. This that thing Noah does. Have you heard of it?
Nope.
They do it about a few times a year. They have these seasons of the show they call it Monday Magic, where they'll have people from various promotions that are in that wrestle universe show up at some show, and it's sort of unannounced. They just kind of surprise the crowd with who's going to show up. That's
Kind of like a potluck dinner.
Yeah, I guess kind of, yeah. I have shown you something from a one from last year before, because it was we watched. I showed you a match with Great Sakuya,
Mm-hmm.
the kayfabe daughter of Great Muta.
Oh yeah.
Not his real daughter, but
Yeah.
his kayfabe daughter.
The musician.
Well, yeah, his real daughter's the musician, but the
Right.
kayfabe one is the Riko Kawahata or whatever. Doing the Great Muta gimmick or whatever. She just keeps spraying people in the face and writing GHC in the air because she wants a shot at the GHC title held by Mayu. And Mayu had her 15th anniversary, which was also the 15th anniversary of Stardom, because Mayu was in the very first match on the very first show of Stardom. So
Wow.
But she would defend the GHC title against Utami. And I'm gonna be honest, Zeus, I fell asleep 3 times during that match.
That's crazy.
I really can't tell you much about it. I saw the match where she won the GHC title from Takumi Aroha. I don't know if you remember her.
Not by her name.
She was originally from Stardom, and then she went freelance, and she fell under the tutelage of Chigusa, and she's been a mainstay of Chigusa's what's that thing? Marvelous promotion. They've basically built that promotion around her. And you saw a match once. It was her versus Mayu. It was supposed to be Mayu versus Suri.
The tall girl?
I think she's actually shorter than Mayu. But but she has kind of a punk rock hair.
Yeah. I thought she was taller than Mayu.
No, she's a little shorter.
But she kind of it felt like she was doing
She does like a lot of kicks and stuff.
yeah, but like the situation felt kind of like the Kawada Sasaki uh thing from New Japan where
Kind of. So what happened was this was back in 2020. Um, I
yeah,
cannot.
because I remember watching that match.
Yeah. Uh, um, what's it called? Hey, can a side thing? Do y'all know who this is?
Doc Samson?
No.
No, I have no idea who that is.
Nebula. Like when Nebula showed up, they have like this sort of rock star weird appearance, and then later, like it turns out that was like a disguise. They look like this giant monster.
Nebula.
I cannot draw anymore because the fumes are murdering me. Oh my god. Okay. But yeah, Takumi Iroha. So what was going on back then was in 2020, Suri was supposed to wrestle Mayu. For the Stardom anniversary show, and she got stuck in the United States because COVID.
Yeah.
Or whatever was going on. Either she got stuck in the United States, or I think what it was, the WWE just wouldn't let her wrestle anywhere for a while because of COVID. So she wasn't allowed to wrestle for a while because of COVID. Because she was signed, but she hadn't debuted yet in the WWE. That was what was going on. So they had promoted this match. It was going to be her versus Mayu, but now that was off the thing because of COVID and stuff. So Takumi came in, Marvelous, and it came through, and they had Takumi fill in, and yeah, she beat Mayu. It was a non-title match, and she beat Mayu in that match. And then later they had a title match, and Mayu won that one. But yeah, you saw the non-title match. Because I remember we watched it on. We all watched it together on that thing.
Yeah. It really felt like she had the edge on Mayu in that first one.
Yeah. I mean, again, keep in mind they wrestled back in the day because they both were from Stardom, but once upon a time, like Takumi is debuted in Stardom like when she was younger, but in any
but if she was 21, it could have been 7 years prior.
Yeah, I mean that trying the first Stardom shows in 2011. I think Takumi was in the second or third like group of rookies or whatever, third or fourth, somewhere in there. So, which I was thinking the other day, who's been around a really long time, even though she's so young, is Azumi. She's been wrestling since she was like 10 or 11. Just like, man, she's like there are people you can mention who are in the WWE and who are stars who haven't been wrestling as long as she has.
Right.
Anyway, so yeah, I watched a match where she beat Takumi for the GHC title, the women's title. I saw that match between Utami and Chikagoto. That was the feud about over the ass. Do you remember that? That they had Utami had this feud with this other girl over who had the biggest ass.
Yeah.
So the match was just two beefy ladies hitting each other hard. That was the match. Zeus, I never seen such stiff ass based
You never what?
offense. I never seen such stiff ass
You never
based
what?
offense.
You never what?
I realize what I'm saying can be interpreted really badly, but I'm saying
what word are you saying?
I have never seen such stiff ass based offense.
You said I never seen. You said I never seen.
That's what I said. I never seen.
Saw.
Oh, I never
Never
saw.
God damn it.
I'm from
You're
Texas.
Not fucking 14. Use fucking
I'm
English
from
right.
Texas, man. Yeah.
English.
I never saw. I never saw such stiff ass-based offense. Some of the hip things they hit each other with, I was like, oh, it looked like really painful. Like I was like, damn. But that was kind of a fun match. But it's weird that a Japanese match over who has the biggest ass. I saw a bunch of stuff recently. I've been keeping a list. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I'm keeping a list. Anyways.
Here, you want one more?
Yeah.
Update.
Well, while I line up all my terrible Sharpie doodles. Cross the Mexican Pedro, do you know the song called Fan de Shrek? No. I can't say I do. Fan de Shrek. You'll have to send it to me. Bean, you'll have to send it to me on DM. So I can check it out. Phase 2. Whoa. Dun, dun.
He told me.
That's how you said he told me. He told me. Okay, all right. Ooh. Okay, let me show everyone. It's on the tweet chat. Okay. Let's take a look at what Zeus has been working on. Ooh, that's coming together pretty good, Zeus. I love the eyelashes.
Thanks.
Eyelashes are looking great. Everything's
it's
great.
It's something.
It looks pretty awesome. Look at this detail, amigos. Look at this. We're gonna zoom in on the eyes, and and then you can play that song, "Eyes Without a Face." True story. I've never seen the movie Eyes Without a Face, although it's a famous movie, but I've never seen it.
Who's in it?
It is a French film from a long time ago, so I really don't know who's all in it, but it is a very famous movie. So let's see. For my tribute to Sal Buscema, we've got the Hulk, we've got Vision with Kirby Crackle, we've got Thor. We got this failed attempt at Kang, who now is just Starfish Man, or he's one of those things in Mario Brothers that comes down and crashes on people. And we got Nebula, who just it does look like it could be Doc Samson or anyone. I mean, it's Tina Turner turning into a mutant.
Because I didn't know.
Well, I didn't know of Nebula either. It was because of I was reading those Defender thing, or going through those Defender.
Yeah, because it's just yeah.
Yeah. Let's see, amigos. tomorrow on YouTube, over on YouTube, Zeus King Dark and I will be joined by James the Extreme Sorno for the first time in 2 weeks? I think 2 weeks, because James has had to take care of some stuff. But we'll be doing the Markout Mania Saturday morning podcast. One of the we only have about 3 Markout Manias on Saturday morning to go for a while. We have to figure out what we're gonna do in the 2-month period. I can't do it on Saturday mornings.
Yeah, I can do it on Thursday night.
Right. I mean, I'm open to it.
Yeah.
I'm open to it. We'll just have to see what James can do. So yeah, tomorrow morning, Markout Mania Saturday morning. Monday, I'll be live on YouTube doing Music Monday. We'll spin the wheel. This past
and
week,
being yes, you are a despicable cat.
on this past Monday, we did a live learn. We did a live learn of "I Disappear" by Metallica and "Wish You Were Here." Not the Pink Floyd song, but the Mark Wills country song. So we did land on live learn. So who knows? We might land on live learn again. What will I be called to learn? Who knows?
I like to call the song "I Disappear" is Metallica's version of the Fat Albert theme song.
Because the hey.
Yeah.
There was a lot of hey.
Yeah. It's Fat Albert.
Oh, I wish I'd done that.
And the kids
Hey, it's Fat Albert. What was I gonna say? I was really thrown off by some of the lyrics in that song. The "I'm suffer," that I found that so cumbersome. I'm suffer. The thing I was looking at had it as "I'm sufferer," but it's just "I'm suffer." But either way, "I'm sufferer" and "I'm suffer," neither one makes that much sense, and it's really hard to say. It's hard to say just naturally. Just say "I'm suffer."
And I went on down that road.
It's hard to say it. I'm suffer.
I'm suffer.
Yeah, it's not natural. It's it's a weird thing. But looking at cards, I'm gonna be opening some NFL cards because Super Bowl's next weekend, right? So it's gonna be Super Bowl week this week. So we're gonna open some NFL cards on Tuesday. And then music here on a Wednesday and all that good stuff. Hopefully I will have something to draw next week. We'll see. Zeus. Zeus. Whoa.
Yeah.
Zeus. Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Zeus. Whoa.
Yeah.
Man, I was in a loop there. Let's see. Oh, thanks for hanging out.
Chess and Zombie and Beanie Weenie.
Yes, and happy birthday again to Hiraches. Hope you have a good birthday. Let me see who we're gonna raid. Try to see. Don't see anyone doing art really. Well, Astro Music is doing art, but I'm not sure I want to see it. Let me see what they're doing. No, they haven't started yet. Well, maybe we'll just raid Kimball Collins. Everyone have a great weekend. Stay warm. It's gonna be cold. Everyone take care of yourselves. And we'll see y'all another time. Adios, really.